like that. What did she say? What did she say? Oh no, she did. Oh no, she did. Hush now, I'm trying to eavesdrop. Eavesdrop. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Mahogany Voices podcast. I'm your host, Tish, along with my co-host friends.
Cynthia,
Joanne,
Stephanie.
Tracy,
and Zachary.
Yes, and guess what? We're all back together again.
Hey, ladies.
Yes.
hey,
Tracy is
everybody.
back from last week,
Yes.
and Stephanie is back from the week before. So it's a
All
full
together.
house, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in to our episode this week. And thank you for tuning in to last week's episodes, which was our crown, our natural crown. Yes. That was a fun episode.
yes.
It went a little long, but you got the point. Yes. So if you didn't check that episode out, go on over to your favorite podcast platform or our YouTube page so that you can see us talking about our natural crown, okay? All right. So this week's episode, it's about dating in the second half of your life or our life. Dating after 50, basically.
Yes. After 50, yes.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a good old juicy topic. But before
Definitely.
we get into that, we're going to say hello to the ladies. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
How's everybody doing on this snowy Sunday?
Nice and
quiet.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes, comfortable.
Well, tell me about your weekend. I know y'all did something before the snow came, so tell me all about it.
Grocery
Wash
shopping.
clothes.
That's right. Grocery shopping to market.
Oh my
Yes.
God, the supermarkets was so packed since Friday.
Mhm.
It was just like so crazy.
Line to get gas was ridiculous too. Like,
Oh yes, I did see that too.
can I
It was
believe
crazy.
this? Like, did everybody wait till the last minute to get gas?
Oh, no, I
Or
went,
even they was
I
just
think
filling
so.
up to make sure,
Yeah,
because
they
it's
had
supposed to
enough.
last a few days.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And that's one thing that I love about my Wegmans though. My Wegmans, if it's a lot of people in there, they got all the lanes open. All of them.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
That's
Yes, they get
excellent.
you in and get you out. I hate when I go in stores and it's a lot of people and they got 3 little lanes open.
Oh my
It's
God.
like,
Or
what?
less than that.
Yes.
I went to your store tonight.
You did?
Store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody was in there.
Well, it's snowing now.
I was like, gee,
Oh,
nobody's in here. I was like,
Yeah, they was there Saturday
They
and
already
Friday.
did theirs. Mhm. In and out.
Yeah.
that's why I like to go when it snow.
okay.
Oh, I don't
Nobody's
like
in
being
there.
out in the snow. I mean, I could hear some people on my street right here getting stuck all day long.
Wow.
Because it's that slushy and it's a little hill where I live at. So they was getting stuck all day.
Wow.
So I just wanted to be in with my feet up, talking to my girls.
I know that's
Yes.
right.
Nice and warm.
Warm.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
I did watch Wendy Williams.
Mm.
Was it? I wanted to see, but I missed it. I was
It was
interested.
very interesting.
After they played the episode, they went to her real screenshots or whatever, and then they played it again right after that. So
Oh, the documentary came on after.
yeah. And
Yeah.
after the
How was
documentary,
it?
it came.
It
was
was
it?
good.
It was
It was good.
interesting. It was
I
interesting.
saw the documentary. Well, I saw some of it before, but I had read one of her earlier books. But yeah, it was kind of. I mean, it was good. It was eye opening to a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
I felt sad for her. A lot of it, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
she's
was.
still hurting. She's still
Yeah.
hurting.
We did
Yes.
a radio interview, and they were playing little excerpts of it, and they asked her why did she stay so long in such an abusive relationship, and she said she knew that he knew who she was when they got married, although she didn't know who he was, and he knew what she had. So she had to endure and strategically plan how to get out
Yeah.
of that situation. And I
And she
was like,
got out.
okay, I have some renewed respect for her, because for a long time I wasn't sure where she was coming from. But after listening to some of that interview, I do have to say I have a little bit more respect for her than I started
Mhm.
out with.
Okay.
Put her interview with what actually they show portrayed. It all makes so much sense. She's very strategic. She's
Hmm.
very strategic.
Yeah,
Oh, that long?
I think that she may have been strategic to her detriment,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
just because
Okay.
you're strategic doesn't mean it's for the betterment of the situation,
Hmm.
because she kept saying that in the documentary that she loved him.
Right.
Yeah.
She
And
said
see,
that in the
a lot
interview
of times
that she
that
still loves him.
yeah, a lot of times we get caught up on how we feel about someone else
Mm.
and not focus on how we feel about ourselves,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and we stay in situations much longer than we should
Mhm.
because of that reason. I think somewhere, just watching it, somewhere in her, she wanted him to change eventually,
Mhm.
and it just was never going to happen, you know,
Hmm.
because we got to accept people for who they are and who they
Mhm.
show
True.
us
That's right.
they are.
That's right.
But I'm glad
See
she
that
got
girl
out.
9 miles from their house.
Yeah,
Say?
9 miles?
yes.
No. Oh
And
no.
I didn't hear you. What you say?
He bought a house for his mistress and himself 9 miles away from his house with Wendy.
It
yeah,
wasn't no, and it
Normally
wasn't a
it didn't work
shabby
out.
house, and it wasn't a shabby house at all.
of
No.
course
Had
not.
pools and
She
He
everything.
was
said,
using her money.
Right.
she said they got a pool.
He
Yeah,
didn't. He didn't buy a house for his mistress.
He
She
did.
did.
yeah. She
Well,
brought
yeah, she
yeah
did.
all the other stuff,
This ties
and
such into so much of
Girl
what
was
we're going to
driving her
talk about
cars.
today. Because at some point, the woman that he bought the house with, that's when we have to become each other's keeper. Like, how was she okay with Wendy Williams taking care of her? She know that man had no money from the jump. I mean, somewhere in there, be like, I can't do
I
that
mean,
to my
but you just
sister.
never
No.
know you never know the lies that men
But he told
tell,
her.
Hmm.
because
Absolutely.
he could have easily been telling her he's just her manager. He was living with the girl. So
Mhm.
if
And
he's going, I mean,
I
it's
don't want to live
believable.
9 miles from anybody's ex nothing. I
I
don't
mean,
want to.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
but the thing about it is that who knows initially that the girl knew it was 9 miles from where Wendy lived. She may not have
Or,
known.
or maybe,
I don't think you're giving her enough credit, Tish. I
or
mean, we
maybe
know.
she just,
We
Yes.
instinctively
or
know.
maybe
We
she
She
know.
just
didn't
didn't
care.
care.
She
Maybe she
didn't
just
care.
didn't
I
care.
But
mean,
that's my
So
point.
no,
Why
what I'm
didn't she care?
no, what I'm saying initially is she may not have known where Wendy lived. I mean, that's believable. And then this was a younger girl.
Mm.
He's, I think, what is he, 10 years younger than Wendy? And the
Wow.
girl was even younger than him. I
Mm.
mean, young girls are easily manipulated
Yeah,
into
I just
she,
want to
believing
I,
give
this,
her a
that,
little
and
bit
the
more
other.
credit. She
if you
knew.
have
I
this
do too,
man,
Tracy.
I want to
I
give her
think
more
that's
credit.
another
She wasn't a
topic.
dummy.
we don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
yeah,
We don't
it
know.
can be.
Yeah,
It can be. I mean,
mm,
because like I said, when we want to believe what we want to believe,
that is true.
then we're not going to see what's right in front of us.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Um, but yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good.
I'm gonna,
I'm
It
I'm
was
gonna
excited.
make sure I
good.
watch it. I missed it, but I'm gonna make
Yes,
sure I see it.
I
I'm gonna
waited.
watch it too.
I watched the entire everything from. I waited after every commercial. I'm like, okay, I know it's coming back on. And she was back again.
yeah,
I'm like, dang, this is running a long time, but I
yeah.
kept watching it. I
Mhm.
kept
The
watching.
actors in the movie, they were really good. Like I
Mhm.
like that guy, cause I seen him in other stuff. Like he was a
Yes.
perfect person to
Hmm.
play
Perfect
his
match.
role. Yes. Yeah,
Kevin.
and the girl did a good
Kev.
job too. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
that's all I did. I made sure I watched that. But yeah, and just got ready for the snow.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. About it. Just
Exactly.
prepare for the snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So it's almost that time in like 2 seconds. We get ready to move on over to my favorite segment of the episode, which is
The Hump Day Stress Reliever.
yes. Come on, Steph.
Hey, my MVP listeners, how are you? I hope you had a great weekend. And it's snowing outside, so everyone be careful. It is time for our stress reliever. So, everybody sit back, relax, get your mind, body, and right soul by this selection I'm getting ready to play.
All right.
You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact. And I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, thinking about Cadillacs. My new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone, make you feel alone, but I never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care. About you and your problems, I don't give a damn. You talk way too much, I have heard enough. About you and your problems, I don't give a damn. I don't give a You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm always too much, and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me. 'Cause I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I don't really know about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give
All right.
All right. Yes, yes. Thank you for that.
I don't give a.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Couldn't fade that.
Yes, got my blood moving a little bit. Got
Little
a
bit.
little shimmy in.
Little
Yes.
something, something.
And he did not give.
Oh,
I
damn.
give a thing.
That's about right.
I
Okay.
could,
Boy.
y'all know y'all could really be rich.
Okay.
How many times have
Hey.
you said to yourself,
I
don't give
don't
a
give
damn.
a damn.
Exactly.
I could have
It was
made
like, I
that.
don't for me.
It wasn't nothing but a beat. And
So,
that.
right. So, to our new listeners, the Hump Day Stress Reliever is kind of like our gift to you. We say that we so
You're
busy
welcome.
most of the time that we don't take time for ourselves. So, we want to give you at least 1 minute out of the day on your Wednesday just to focus on you. Dance like no one's looking, or just sit there and be silent. Whatever you want to do, that's your minute. Do your thing. Okay.
I
Do your
don't give
thing.
a damn.
What it do?
All right, so we're going to move on over to let the voices speak for themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Woo.
our host today is none other than Tracy, aka Low Key. She's going to take us through this journey of dating in the second half of our lives. Okay. All right. Go, Tracy.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for entrusting me with this part. It was pretty interesting. I spoke with a few friends, both male and female, and everybody definitely had different perspectives. There was one thing that rang true, and everybody wanted everybody else to have patience. So I did a little research. I read some stuff, came up with some of my own ideas based on my own experiences. And so I just wanted to read this little insert from Best Life. Remember when dating was about meeting a potential mate through a friend or getting to know them over dinner and a movie? Well, if you're dating in your 50s and you know that can be much more complicated than the idyllic scene of your younger years, You might be reemerging on the dating scene, following a long hiatus, perhaps from divorce or being widowed, only to find the rules and technology have both changed. In
Mm.
fact, there are many particular challenges that come in dating after 50. So, as I said, I spoke to quite a few ladies and quite a few gentlemen that had plenty to say on the subject. Most are divorced, a few who were widowed, and they found it especially challenging because the pot is not the same.
Mhm.
One good friend of mine that I spoke to, and I asked permission to read it. I won't say his name, but this is, I sent to him a message. I said, can you, from a male perspective, tell me what it's like dating after 50? In a nutshell, is it harder or is it easy, or are you simply not interested? He said, dating after 50 is pretty much the same for me. No problems at all. I guess because there's a larger number of single women looking for good men, and there are women looking for men than there are men looking for women looking for men over 50. I think one of the biggest problems that women over 50 have in finding a good man over 50 is that some women settle for whatever man throws her way, not to be lonely. So if he's married, got a girlfriend, he's just popping in for sex every now and then,
Wow.
it's cool.
Wow.
But when that 50-year-old woman starts looking for that real man, that man sometimes is not willing to give 100% of himself because what he's getting from Keisha, Sherry, and Donna. So, Steph, tell me what your experience been like, and is it similar to what this man has said? Is it
Mm-mm-mm.
harder? Do you not even care? Have the men been more problematic, or have you just really been just enjoying yourself?
I have just been enjoying myself, and it's a thing where I won't settle. So
That's good.
when I go on a date or if I meet somebody, pretty much if I'm holding a conversation and they not coming out their mouth with, things that would interest me, then I'm moving on. So the thing is, it's kind of partnership, but we got to have something in common. We got to be able to move straight and not bay off to the right or the left. So for me, it's I'm not compromising.
So, and you're not compromising. Do you think that makes it a little tougher for the, or a little easier for the man to say, well, she won't compromise at all. I can go to Sherry, Sherelle, or Donna.
Yeah.
Are you willing to bend at all? Do you think that you should compromise, or do you think your standards should remain the same because you're educated, you're a professional? Wouldn't that be intimidating for some man who may just simply like you, but he's afraid step to you because you've made it technically.
Well, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul, right? And I'm divorced. I've already compromised. I've already settled, right?
Hmm.
And look where it got me.
Oh,
What?
Jesus.
I
Okay.
know that's
Bottom
right,
line, you follow me. Bottom
Okay.
line.
Yes.
So
that's
so
right.
so now, I
So
don't
you
care.
said you settled when you got
You got
married?
married?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I settled when I got married, but during my marriage, I
Okay.
settled.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
definitely understand.
Okay.
me knowing what I want, because after my divorce, I had to get to know myself.
Right. That's
And
good.
I said, you know what? Now I know what I'm willing to bend, compromise to. Now I know. So if we can't get it together, on to the what was those girls' names?
On to the
Well,
next one.
on to them other girls.
To
Uh,
Dawn and Sherelle.
Yeah,
So when
Donna and
we go
Sherelle.
out
that's
and we're dating and we set our standards, do you guys feel like we're putting a lot of pressure on them? Do you think that we make it harder? Is that the right? Do you think that we make it harder for the men to? One guy asked me, "How do I ask a female out?" He said, "I can't approach her on her job. At a meet and greet, she's with her friends, so it makes it a little harder for me to go up to her because I'm not the." He said he's pretty shy. So how would a man
wow.
approach you?
Oh.
Oh, that's so
How would a
yeah.
man
I mean,
approach you? And he's pretty
I
well to
think
do. He's established, but he doesn't know
Real
how to
quick,
approach you.
real
Share,
yeah,
quick,
Tracy.
Tracy, can you pull
Sure,
your mic up some,
sure.
like right there? Yeah.
I just
Thank you.
believe we all 50 years old. I think by now we should be able to say, "Hey, how are you?"
Right.
At
Would you like to
least.
go out? Just keep it simple. You want to go
Exactly.
out
Right.
Ain't
on a
got to be
date?
Exactly.
extravagant or looking
Sure.
for anything.
So
And
Where
would
you
you
yes,
want to go?
prefer a more aggressive alpha male, or would you prefer the beta male who's a little bit more laid back, allows you to be who you are without you thinking that he's soft?
I think
Because
it's
he's
more.
afraid to come up to you, but he's going to have your back. He's going to make sure your career is where you want it. He's going to love
How you
you and
gonna
your
do that if he
family.
can't come and talk to me?
Well,
He
I
can't
mean,
do that if he
he
can't
just
say,
so
"Hey,
does.
Beth."
He's
I
shy,
Yeah,
but
can't.
he's
yeah, that's a
everything that
great
you need.
point.
So are you making
I
it
don't.
hard? Are
No,
you making it
I
hard?
don't think they make it hard. Everybody makes everything hard, but I don't think I don't think we should bear the burden of anybody talk about we make it hard. We go
Mhm.
after what we want. A man will
Absolutely.
go after what he wants, no
Absolutely.
Yes.
matter where it is or who she with. He's
Hmm.
gonna say something to her, and I think at this age of 50, come on now. I think
Thank you.
we so finished with all them games and
Yes,
Right.
yes.
I can't talk to you because you sit beside Joanne and you know,
Oh,
come
right.
on. You can say something to both of us and know who you want to really talk to, whatever.
Right.
I don't
Well,
know.
okay. Well, Tish, since you're a well-rounded woman, I appreciate you. I
Yes, you
respect
are.
you.
Round. Oh,
Um,
Yes, you are. Man,
you're well-rounded.
curvy-licious.
And she's curvy-licious, but she has a mind that she will blow your mind. So, being set in your ways, you have your own values. We all have, well, some of us have health challenges. Would this deter you from dating after 50? Because there are a lot of men who have health challenges, high blood pressure, diabetes, all those
well,
things who keep
well,
them from being who we think they should be.
well.
What
Let me
you mean
take
would
a
they
sip.
be?
Let me take a sip of water real quick before I get started.
You gotta take us who they should be.
We have our expectations,
First
Oh
of
yeah.
all,
both physical and mental, but we have our
Yes,
expectations.
yes.
If
first
we're
of
honest, if
all,
we're honest.
the topic is us dating after 50. I don't. I and I don't know. I just typically um
Dating after 50.
the the guys that approach me
Mm-hmm.
are not 50. So
Who's
Let's start
approaching you?
there.
The
What are
guys
they,
that
Let's
are
start.
they're
20?
not 50 years old. How
so
old
They
are
they're
they?
20?
they're
The men who
more
are
they
approaching you are
more
not
late
50.
they're more late 30s and their 40s.
Oh, so they're trying to make
So
you a cougar.
well, I mean, call it what you want. I mean, if
Yes,
if the
man.
guy is
Mhm.
right, he's right, you know.
I know this.
But I don't know. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Don't
right,
I
you
know
come here
Tish.
that's
killing
right.
some
That's right.
woman's child. Don't kill some woman's child and
No,
then
no,
He
no,
got a
no,
better
no.
chance than that 50-year-old.
I'm talking about that 50-year-old
That's
with
oh,
right.
the
all
She
50 year
those
wanna
old.
kill him.
health issues. I'm not trying to kill anybody. So
That's right. That's
I
Oh,
right.
need
so you prefer
somebody
to
that
date someone younger.
don't have that many health issues. 'Cause I'm not.
Yes.
I don't want to make that
But
call.
but
Who?
aren't we
1, 2,
talking
3.
about you dating after 50, not you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what she's saying.
I'm talking
Her
about
preference is
Saying
someone
her
a little
Her
younger.
preference.
preference.
Yeah.
yes.
It
I,
might not be her preference. They prefer her. But
Right. They
well,
come to me. So
Absolutely.
right.
that's,
well,
I'm open to that. I'm not set in my ways where I guess people call it set in their ways, but I do have deal breakers. I
Right.
already have
okay.
them. I've had them for years.
Well,
Gotta have a
And
license.
let's talk about deal breakers. What is a deal breaker, Joe? You have very high standards, but you deserve the very best. What would you call a deal breaker?
Can't bring nothing to the table.
What do you
And I'm
mean?
not,
huh?
and
What you mean
there's so
nothing?
many, you know what, there's so many people our age, let me say men our age, because I have a preference. I do men, I don't do women, first of
Okay.
all.
All right. Ain't
Me
no
too,
Okay, we
honey.
had not considered
Me
that.
too. Shit.
But the deal breaker,
You mad? Who you
mad
mad at?
at her.
the deal
I'm
breaker
just
is
saying.
you have
I
a
just
lot
need
of
it.
people
Strictly.
who,
Uh-oh.
Now that that's been established.
Yes, we're not trying to offend anyone.
Not
Exactly.
who
whatever your preferences. God bless you.
yeah, who they talk a good game.
Mhm.
I don't play the game. So that's a complete deal breaker. Don't come to me doing a whole lot of talking. I'm all about seeing the substance of what you can produce. If
Mhm.
you can't bring nothing to my table other than what I already have and or know that I'm capable of getting, I don't have time. I'm not raising nobody's child.
Okay,
Not at
so
50.
Valentine's Day is coming, and most of us love that whole idea of the romance, being romanced and just taken care of and wooed and swooed. And some of us are blessed enough to have a wonderful husband who's loving and caring
Cynthia.
and kind.
Go
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Go
How
Cynthia.
is dating your husband, and you both are over 50? How has that been? Because you still have to date your spouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, pre-COVID, um, we made it a point to hang out, if not every weekend, every other weekend.
Mm.
Nice.
That's
Because
good.
his thing is, all right, so we can't take this money with us. Let's spend it now.
Yes.
So, and no matter where we went, we made sure we enjoyed ourselves. And the one thing we never do is how much does that cost? Because,
great. Excellent.
he knew I was like that before he met me. I don't
Hello?
I know that's right.
if
So
I
you set
wanted
standards.
right, because if I want it, I'm gonna get it anyway.
All right,
can.
Beyonce. If I
Legally. But it took him a minute to understand that it doesn't matter what it is that what the price is. If you want it, you're gonna treat yourself to it. Because I remember a time when I think I got more like that when I didn't have the money to do it. So when I was able to, I did it, and then I got him in that mindset of, listen, no matter what, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. So
Right.
we take
That's
every
great.
advantage to completely enjoy ourselves. We don't go above and beyond. We live simple, but it's still, if we want to enjoy it with each other or apart,
Right.
we're gonna definitely make sure we do that, and definitely
Absolutely.
with each other. So we made sure that we were hanging out almost every weekend, especially since kids can stay home by themselves, because in the beginning, we confined in the house with the kids, or we had to take the kids, or
Right.
we got to find a babysitter. Now it's like, see y'all later.
Later.
We be back.
Right.
We'll be back tomorrow, or maybe not. We'll call
Not
y'all.
tomorrow. Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
it
That's dating
definitely
your
it
spouse.
definitely came down to, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Definitely.
like
That's
it.
good stuff.
See you at the end of the
Because
week.
you don't want to wait until they are out of the house
Mm.
and then try to start dating.
Not a good
I
Like
idea.
know.
you don't want to do that.
That's
It's not a good
And you
idea.
know what? And since COVID, we've dated in the house. Went
Yeah.
mm,
Good for
got
all
some
you.
right.
food and sat and found some movies. Of course, we can't avoid the people that's in the house, so they want to
They
date
keep
with us.
coming in. They keep
They
coming in the
want it.
house.
No, they never leave out of the room. It's like once they know the movie gonna come on, that they plant their feet
It's a
right there
wrap.
with us. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but we don't mind. We don't mind. But we
Mhm.
understand that it's the sign of the time. We got to be together. So,
So
Absolutely.
in my interviewing process, I asked some of the guys and some of the ladies, and some of the guys' concern were when women that they dated, their concern was first they want to know, are you my soulmate? Because I'm trying to get married. And their concern was some of the women, their goal was to get married. So they're trying to find out if they're a husband material on the first date. And so that scared some of the men off. And some of the women were like, well, why are they so afraid of commitment? And so we had a conversation with two women. And I said, well, some people haven't been healed from previous situations. And then they're like, well, they shouldn't be dating yet. Well, that could be a lot of people. But when you guys go out to date, is it with the intent of finding a spouse? Because apparently this is scaring off a lot of men saying, hey girl, nah man, we're going
Well,
out.
I don't know. I don't know what
My intent is to get
women.
married.
I don't know what women those guys are approaching,
Mm-hmm.
and half the men got issues they haven't resolved
Mm-hmm.
before they out there trying to get with somebody. You
Mhm.
know,
but
Right.
like
Well, what they're saying
women
is they can bypass
Ish.
some of the women
Yes.
because they have so many options, which
But
is what we
women
were
are
talking
not
about a
the
little
only
earlier.
ones that have unresolved issues. A lot of the
Absolutely.
men have unresolved issues that they
Mhm.
never deal with
Right.
ever.
And they move on
You know,
quickly.
they just try to
They
move
move on quickly.
on. And when
Mhm.
somebody don't fall into what they're trying to do,
Mhm.
then it's the woman is the issue. No,
Mm.
Mhm.
sir. you were the issue when you stepped to me.
Right.
You know.
But do you feel like you or some friends or someone that you know date with the intent of finding a husband? We know in
I
the
do.
Oprah era, that's what she would teach. You know, if don't date somebody if he's not your potential mate. And
I
that's what a
mean,
lot of women were
not at
doing.
this
How
stage
can
of the
she talk?
game.
She didn't even marry her mate.
Well,
Right.
she said she didn't want to get married, but
Yeah.
they like if you're dating, don't waste your time. If you want a husband,
Yeah.
don't waste your time dating a whole
If
bunch of
that's what
people.
you
Date
want.
with the intent to be married.
I
So
believe
is that what
You should
most
have
people are doing?
intentions. I believe that, and I believe that most men know they don't. You don't have to be a fiance or girlfriend for 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Men know right away, just like you know right away,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not that's the dude for you,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't negate any struggles or complications that come during the marriage. That's just life. But
Right.
you know, men know, and we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We trust our
Well,
gut feelings. We know.
like Cynthia said, pre-COVID, you can go out and about. So where do we go out to find a date? How do we find dates now?
I'm not looking for nobody right now.
I mean, after COVID, when we get back out there, and that is a good
COVID
choice.
is keeping me right where I need to be in the
Keep you
house. I don't
safe.
want to meet
Mhm.
anyone
So
right
the last
now.
time you went out on a date, how did you meet this person? Was it someone from your past, somebody you met at the market, a friend of yours?
It was somebody from the past.
Sound like you reminiscing.
No, somebody from the past.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm just not for it. And I really think that a lot of guys can sense that from me. I'm just
believe
not
that.
for it. I'm just not for it.
I'm not for it either.
And like I said, typically any of the newer guys, they've all been younger. You know, I don't know what it is. Like every time some guy is approaching me, it's
That's that
a
good
young
start.
guy.
That's that good start.
You know, I
Mhm.
mean, and you know, I don't even know. I'm just not even sure. Like I think about it sometimes. Like, do I want to get married? And then sometimes I guess it depends on when I meet somebody, how the situation goes.
Right.
Because you know, nowadays, if it's somebody over 50, they might just be trying to get on my insurance. I don't know.
You said on your insurance. I'm mad because my
Insurance,
insurance.
401k,
But that's for
403b,
real.
But
house
Exactly.
insurance,
for
life
real.
insurance. That's
That's
true.
for real.
Exactly.
Steph, has somebody
Why
tried to
you
get
have
on
your
your
own
insurance
insurance?
policy? Steph, somebody tried to get on your policy?
Oh no, they ain't getting on mine. If anything, I'm gonna get
Right.
on theirs.
Look,
I ain't no
look,
damn
Why
fool.
you? Why
Look,
they don't have their own insurance?
either they trying to get on your insurance or get some insurance on you.
Mm,
That's that Lifetime
What?
channel stuff.
Yes, girl.
Definitely.
So
Trying to
has
get a policy.
anybody tried a dating app? I have tried a dating app, and I've
I
met
have.
maybe like two guys that were turned out to be pretty decent people. Yes, there were some widows. Two people that I
Okay.
wound up being pretty good friends with, still friends with. They date
Okay.
other people, and we're still cool. I mean, it's just like a hey, how you doing? Pray all is well. That type. I mean,
Right.
it is a personal choice. But looking on social media, I see on Facebook they have some dating thing now. I Googled dating apps, and there was a good 50 of them. Has anybody tried dating
scared.
online?
I
I'm
tried,
scared
but I'm not
too.
consistent enough. What y'all scared of?
Oh, okay.
Jump to the computer and get y'all. I mean, what y'all
You know what
scared
I
of?
you know what I do
All right,
want to do? I want to do the speed dating. I want to try that.
I would
That's
like
gonna
to.
be
I would
fun.
like to try that too.
Why? Why speed dating another app? You
Because
can-
I don't want to waste my
Porn.
time.
because I could see the person,
Right.
you know, right in my face.
And in 5 minutes, I'm gonna know if I want to date him or not.
Yeah, it might be a catfish situation on the app. I don't
Oh
know.
Lord.
I've heard some catfish stories too. I have heard
I'm saying, you know,
catfish stories.
At least
I'm a more in person person.
Yeah, I can see the
No.
person in front of me. That's all it's going to take. 5 minutes. I know whether I want to keep on going or not. That's all I need. 5 minutes.
You're right.
That's all.
If they ain't saying the right thing, on to the next.
Joanne, you're pretty
On to the
quiet.
next.
I'd be like, my
Joanne.
girlfriend Stephanie over there.
And I'll be like, no, Joanne over in the corner right there.
Yes, sir.
Joanne is
Y'all,
like,
Go
I'm
see
gonna sit
PJ over there.
Right.
gonna sit here
y'all
and
ever
take it all
remember?
in.
Y'all ever remember? And I remember when Tish and I went somewhere and we had this signal. Like if we started dancing,
Yes.
and the person you got to signal, be like, no, no, no.
Yes.
Signal each other. Here
Yes.
he comes, or no, no.
Yep.
Dancing with him, like,
Yep. Every time I went out with somebody, we had to have a signal.
There's always a
Yes.
signal. Not him.
Right.
Yeah, but I can't wait until the pandemic is over. I really can't. Like I think I will try an app. Like Zethara's gonna guide me.
I'm the worst.
All right.
Start
Her,
off
her and
good. I'm the
Tracy. Her and
worst.
Tracy.
Yeah.
I
I'm the
can
worst
help.
with
I,
it.
I will
Yeah,
help.
Tracy, you
I
can
know I
help
need
me
the
out.
help. I need help
I
too.
will help. I mean,
need the
for
help.
me, I've been divorced. I am divorced, and I've dated, and it's been pretty interesting at first coming out. I mean, I was married for over 20 some years, and the expectations were so different. Like I was green, like the greenest of green, and
Yeah.
the expectation was so different, and I was so used to old school, if you will.
Right.
The
Right.
young school, the thing that blew me the most was somebody asked me how much I made. I was like, "Excuse me, sir.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
want to
you." And
know. They
they
want
want to
to know.
know.
Looking
They
for
wanna
that
know.
looking for that policy, girl.
So Tracy,
Policy. Oh my gosh. That's when my grandmother come out. How don't you ask me about my money?
so Tracy,
Right.
since
Oh,
you've been divorced, right? Will you
mhm.
settle?
I I don't understand what you mean. Will I settle what?
Okay, so if you know it's something that you particularly don't want to deal with, right? Would you deal with it?
No, I don't call that settling. I call that being knowing what I want now.
Okay.
I was blessed to be married to a very good man, a decent man. We're still very cordial. I would say he's a good friend of mine. I
Oh,
thank
good.
God that we parted in a way that we're still very respectful to one another. Our children can talk to us, and he lives a totally separate divorce life from me. I'm not mad at him. I'm not
Right.
angry. I want him to be blessed beyond measure. And no, I
Good.
don't want to get back with him. But I thank God for the lessons that I've learned.
Right.
I'm
Amen.
sure that he's
Amen.
going to do the same
Right.
thing, because when it says to find out who you're equally yoked with and that you have things in common, those things are very, very important. So will I settle for somebody less than what I have something in common with? No, I won't. And it won't be for finances, because I know some people say the first time you marry for love, second time you marry for money. I think it's a personal choice. I definitely need probably a combination, but I need
Right.
more love and companionship
Right.
this
Okay.
time around.
Yeah.
So no, I won't be settling for anything less than that. And
Right.
I know people do, as we get older, we want companionship for the sake of not being
Right.
lonely. And I
Right.
think those people do settle. And that's what I think the guy in the text was telling me, that women, we settle for the sake of having company,
Right.
companionship, sex, money. And that's when I think, a lot of the
That's
things
like
coming in.
that's like if you make $100,000 a year, but you ain't giving me no love and attention, but all you're gonna give me is some money. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
Now, but maybe back in the day,
Yeah.
I'd have been like,
Give me
I mean,
your
that
money.
shoot,
I
it's
want
some
that
women
puff
now that
leather jacket.
it's some
What you
women
say?
now that take the money. It all
Oh,
depends on what
absolutely.
And that
you are
depends what they
looking
want
Right,
for.
but
now.
that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
Okay.
the
That's
all
what
around.
you.
But
That's what you
Steph,
are looking for.
Stephanie, will you be
What's the
able to
personal
marry an
question?
alpha male? Would you be able to marry or be with an
Oh, I
alpha
need an
male?
alpha male.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, Tish.
Oh, I definitely need one. I cannot do a soft man. I can't.
You
No.
can't do a soft
I
man.
dated a guy, and I don't want to call him soft. I
Mhm,
dated a guy who wasn't an alpha male,
mhm.
and it was like watching paint dry. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was everything was whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh
Watch
my
paint dry.
And some women, that's the point. Some
Some women want
women,
that.
some women, and I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That when I broke up with him, I knew some woman was gonna find him and take cold advantage of him, and that's what happened.
Wow.
But I couldn't do it. It was always whatever I wanted. We going out to
Mm-hmm.
eat, where you want to go, wherever you want to go, going to the movies, what we're going to see, whatever you want to see. Like,
Oh,
dude, do you have a personality? Is there a
no.
heartbeat in there?
Too
I
Right.
couldn't do it.
indecisive.
I mean,
Not the same as
I
all.
can be submissive, but I need a strong man that knows not only my worth, but his worth and
Right.
his
Absolutely.
role. That
Absolutely.
is
That's
the
real.
key.
It's like I want a dance partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to, I want to be able to keep up with you.
Right.
And you keep up with me.
Shoot, I want a man's
Absolutely. Go
man.
ahead, Steph.
So,
I
Steph, have you
love me.
considered dating somebody older? Or younger?
Older.
Or younger?
What you mean talking? What you mean old? Like 60,
She said older.
70?
Solidify.
Like I, I'm 53. Maybe 55. You talking about older? What the fuck you mean? I don't want you crawling. Shit.
They crawling.
Help me, Jesus.
Shit. Listen. If this is where listen, this is where I'm at, right? I like to travel. I like to ride a bike. I like to watch sports. Right?
Mhm.
I love to
Joanne's
lay out
still
on the
laughing.
beach. Right? If you
Mhm.
can't do some of those things,
It
it ain't gonna work.
You might have to rub their knees down first.
got 3-wheel bikes.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
They
I
got
ain't gonna be able to do it.
Y'all can rub each other down with some Bengay.
No, I'm sorry, Steph. I should have said younger.
She asked the wrong person.
I
She's
asked the
talking
wrong
about,
question.
she's talking about older.
Girl.
You hear me? Well, how old you talking?
Yeah.
Younger, yeah. I could date a younger man. No, nothing
How
under
younger?
maybe 45.
Okay, I think that's reasonable. That's
Nothing under
reasonable.
45. I ain't like Tish. I can't go 40.
Ish.
The Cougar.
All right, look,
Wow.
I ain't trying to raise you.
Well, if the ones that are 40-ish and they need to be raised, I'm walking by them too. Like at 40, you should need to be raised.
Shit, there's some 40s out here that.
Oh, I know, but like I said, I'm walking by them too.
And by the way, they be the fine ones.
Look,
Them
you
40-old youngins.
Look.
They be fine as all outdoors.
hey, it's some 55-year-olds that need to be raised.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm staying away from them too.
Zach, what's your age limit? Zach, what's your age limit?
I was going to say you gotta have a driver's license, but only kidding. I'm gonna stay in the 40s and up. I'll do that.
40s and up.
40 and up.
40 and
Yeah.
up. Mhm.
She don't want to be
Yeah.
paying his college bill.
That's right.
Yeah.
40s and up.
What
Joanne.
about you?
Joanne, what about you? Haven't heard much from you.
Mm-mm.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
Actually, no.
Come on,
Get it
girl,
right.
Get it, girl.
Because he might be listening.
He applied within.
Right.
No, baby. I can't do under 45 either.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be
Has
able to.
specific standards.
Yeah.
Would you like to
do you
expound?
need do you need an alpha male?
Yes.
Definitely.
I do. Someone that's I say alpha male, just like Tish said, but that's really compatible. One, because a lot of women don't know how to let a man be a man, just like sometimes a man doesn't let a woman be a woman. And you can't base it on their career, you can't base
Right.
it on location. You have to
Right.
get to know the individual. And in relationships or acquaintances and things to this, they don't find that out. They, like you said, they jump the gun and want to get out there. Okay, this is gonna be my husband or this is gonna be my wife, and never know who the person is. If you can't be my friend, we can't be nothing.
Right, girl.
That's just the basis. So
Absolutely.
I got to get to know you, and you got to get to know me. But you can't be intimidated by me. I'm strong. I'm strong-willed too, but I so know how to let a man be a man and everything. And I love to be
Absolutely.
pampered. But some men look at you and hear and think that you so capped or whatever the case may be. I know in my instance and everything, and they try to compete with that. You don't have to compete with nothing. Be you, because if you
Right.
can't show your real self, I don't want to deal with you.
So is the physical requirements, are there physical requirements? Do we only date people that look a certain way, or do we say it doesn't matter? I just want my friend. Beauty is in the
It
eye of the
gotta be.
beholder.
Does it really matter what you look like? Don't shouldn't it just be an attraction
Exactly. As
or
long as I'm
something?
attracted to them.
I gotta be attracted to you. It's something about
Yes.
you that says, I
Exactly.
want to get to know something else about you. So to
You
me, he could be handsome, but to Joanne, he could look like Shrek.
Right.
He could be my Shrek.
I don't know about
I
that.
know that's right.
I don't know
I
about
could be,
that. I
I
don't
could
want to
be his
Shrek.
Fiona. I do.
I
Shrek
don't want
was
Shrek.
very compassionate. He loved
Yes.
Fiona. That
Oh
was
my
his.
gosh, really?
No,
Are we
yes.
doing
He
a
left
movie
Fiona.
here?
Yes, we are.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I think
Um,
there
I
should be
don't know.
attraction, a physical, spiritual attraction to that person
Yeah.
before we
Do
can
you
say,
think we should be
know.
financially compatible as well?
ooh, child.
I know. But it is a question. It's a real question.
Ooh.
It
I
is.
don't think so.
I don't think they have to be. It depends on the person.
As long as you can balance that out,
But haven't y'all
you
heard?
know, if
I,
he make more and I make less, as long as we can balance it out, or I
and,
make more and he makes less, as long as we can balance it to
You know
get to
what?
a means.
they say men that don't
I
have
don't know.
money should not date. That's what I keep hearing on
Okay.
Well,
Instagram
women
or
who
different.
don't have money should not date.
That's true too. So if you don't have no money, you shouldn't be dating.
Oh, who said?
So
Who came up with
everybody,
that?
Different, yeah. If you don't have money to go out on a date, to take a woman out on a date, they say you should not be dating.
Mm.
I, and,
I
and
mean, how's it
I
gonna
heard
go
that.
out?
And I did. I heard that, but I also
Yeah.
believe that in all instances, it doesn't necessarily have to be the man that takes a woman out all the time. A
Mhm.
woman can take a man out.
Yes.
I know me from my perspective. I learned how to take myself out, and
Hey.
How
I know
about
how to
that?
treat me.
All right,
And
fine.
Exactly.
We know
you
y'all
can't.
know how to take care of yourselves. Move it back. Come back. Come back. Who?
But if
What
Right.
you
man
can't,
did you take out? Come back, Joanne. What man? Tell me the man you took out. I'm listening.
I can't give you names on this
I don't
here.
want
No,
no
not
names. I
names.
want
Not the names.
experiences. I want
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
experiences. I don't want no names. Come on.
yeah. I've taken
Tell
a
the
man. I've
story.
taken a man out. I've taken a man on a trip.
Ooh.
On a trip.
Yes.
Yeah, we went on a
On a
trip. We
trip
was
trip.
on
What
the
other
train
trip?
gone.
On a
What?
trip trip.
I would never have thought that. I ain't gonna lie
But
to
you
you.
know what? And the thing about it, it was unexpected for him too. And he says it to this day. We're the best of friends though now. And he says the same thing. He was like, I never had a woman do for me what you did for me, but it
Mm,
made me a better man. But in the end, he really wasn't the man for me. But I helped
right.
him grow up.
I don't know. I think for me I think we have to be at a certain stage for me to
Right.
start paying for trips or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think we have to be at the same finance level.
No,
I
you
don't,
don't.
because I'm gonna make my money no matter what.
All right.
But
Get your
Yeah.
bag. Get your bag.
but I don't know. I still want to be the woman. One thing that I do say to any guy that I meet, I will preface us dating with this. I've been a single, I was a single mother, and I've been a single woman for a number of years. So I have gotten used to doing for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do everything for myself, but there are going to be instances where it look like I'm trying to take charge. Just let me know and I will back up. Because we're so used to doing everything for ourselves that
True.
when a man come, the first thing they think is, oh, you one of those independent women.
Right.
And it's not that. I'm just used to, so there is going to be a period of transition,
Adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
So
of me relinquishing some of those, that responsibility.
And I'm the
Absolutely.
same. I'm the same way. But when men say things like that, it puts a question in my mind.
Say things like what?
When they say, you can go ahead and lead, right? I'm questioning that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, whether or not I'm used to doing it or not, right? I feel as though men should be able to handle that and say, you know what? You ain't got to do this no more. I got you. You follow what I'm saying?
So give me an example of.
So if I'm you, because I'm the money maker, I could buy my own stuff, right?
Right.
And I could take myself on trips. So when I meet that man, if I'm saying to him what you're saying, I'm used to doing for myself, right? Then he should be able to say, you know what, you ain't got to do that. And it should never be where you still doing for yourself, because that's not a man that I would need or want. If I gotta say that,
that's not what I was talking about. Because I still want to be able to do for myself. I don't want to feel like I'm being completely taken care of by anyone.
But that's just the difference in the two of you. You just
exactly. That's not what I. But I'm just saying that's not what I was talking about.
And I think that falls back to the statement where a man, you let a man be a man, and a man let a woman be a woman, and you know where it stops. What's the boundary?
Right.
When they want to do something for you, allow them.
Yes.
Right.
Alpha females sometimes don't know how to draw back and let that man be the man and step in and be that role, especially when they've been a single for a long time or used to doing for themselves. And so that's what I believe Tish is trying to say. If you feel as though I'm overstepping the boundaries of us getting to know each other on a friendship, just let me know, and I know how as a woman to pull back so that that man can be a man.
Right. Instead of jumping to say, oh, you just want to be an independent woman. It's not that. Like, it's a transition, if I start dating somebody, of relinquishing those responsibilities. It's not that I don't want to, because I want to be the woman. I want
Me
to.
too. Absolutely. But there are those men who will allow you to take care of them if you're not mindful, and provide the stuff. You can find a man who was raised, or he had morals to say, or what I would call old school, who would not allow you to take care of certain things because they feel like
that's what I'm trying to say.
Provided they were raised by those type of parents, because there are not a lot of, from my experience, there are not a whole lot of men that are still like that, because they've been damaged by some of our sisters, and some of our sisters equally have been damaged. But it takes a lot of prayer, a lot of thought, and a lot of patience. Like a few of the people, the one consensus was that everybody wanted someone else to be patient with them, men and women. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm trying. I want this relationship. Just please be patient with me. But like you guys say, well, how long is it going to take you? Or when are you going to be healed? Or you shouldn't be dating when you're trying to heal. I mean, that's all individualized. You have to make a decision, whether or not you're ready. That's just what I got from everybody. Everybody wanted somebody to be patient with them.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's like you said, it's old school, but I feel as though, I want a man to beat me to the punch.
I thought she was
I thought she was about to say, beat me. Anime.
You told hot food to beat me.
No, I thought she meant this.
Yeah.
No, that's spank me, baby. Spank me.
Sorry, wrong terminology. Sorry.
Sorry, Steph.
Not beat me, spank me.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying, beat me to the punch, because I'm used to doing all of this, right? So if I'm used to it, I just want a man to come in and be like, you know what? I made you dinner. I'm taking you out. I buy you. I done brought you that.
No, some of them there.
To date Stephanie, please apply within.
Yes.
Spankings, welcome.
Yeah, but I guess we gonna have to do a part 2 to this too, Tracy.
I think so. There's so much
part
to
2
be
to
said.
everything, huh?
Yeah. There's so much to
Nothing
be
wrong with
said.
part 2s.
Not at all.
Dating after 50 has been interesting. I think it's also a road that most people would prefer to less travel, but a lot of us have found ourselves traveling that road, and we're learning and we're growing. And like you said, the first thing for any of us is self-love, heal, get over whatever that trauma was from whatever
Yes.
situation you may have came from, heal from it the best way that you know how, because what I
Right.
consider myself healed, someone else may not, and learn from those things. And then prayerfully, if everything continues to go well, and I pray that it does, you'll find the
Right.
person that's meant for you. You'll be a blessing to them. They'll be a blessing to you equally. There will be some give and take, and everybody's not going to win all the time, but like you said, you'll know your person. And I
Right.
pray that for the very best for everyone, that
Yes.
we all find the person that we're supposed to be with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tracy. That was
Thank you,
good.
everybody.
Yes. Great.
I like I said, I have so much more that I want to
Got a
say,
lot of
but
questions.
for time's sake, it's going to be a part 2 and probably a part 3, and then maybe we'll bring some guys on.
Yes, because that's been the other
Yeah.
question. Like, when are we
So
going to have some guys on,
yeah, so
guys?
that will be very, very, very interesting. Yeah.
You know,
And to
for,
date Stephanie, please apply within.
Yes. So thank you, Tracy.
and if you want a
Yay.
spanking,
Trace,
Uh-oh.
you heard.
Stephanie.
If
Yes.
you're looking for a spanking, text Stephanie.
AKA.
All right, so we're gonna move on over to the voice of the community.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Goodness.
do anyone have any businesses they want to shout out this episode?
Yes, I do.
Yay.
2 in a row. 2. All right. So I asked his permission because I know he don't want everybody beating down his door. But Terry, the guy that takes care of my technology needs, I don't even want to say anything about your fire stick, but he can take care of that too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, but
I got one. I got one.
But Terry has been taking care of my tech needs for a very long time.
Okay.
Knows his stuff. Tishy was one of the guys in my wedding.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Terry.
okay.
He was one of the guys in my wedding. So he's really, really close. Really, really close. We have close birthdays. So his business is Terry's Computer Services and More. And he's given me his email address, MONTT Python, PYTHONT at AIM.com. Only technology people would have that kind
I was
of
going to
email
say.
address.
Right.
I've never heard of AIM.com, but I tell you, he knows his tech stuff. So Terry is awesome
name
at
is Zeph?
handling. Zethray. Hey.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
she'll be back.
She'll be back.
So she needs to see Terry because she got a technology need right there. So Terry, here's to you, giving you a shout out for everything you have taken care of for
Terry.
me. Yes, Terry.
All
Terry with
right.
a T. Terry with the T.
All right. So I have a
There she is.
yeah, here comes Zeph.
Hey,
Yeah, my-
Steph.
Sorry,
You are.
my internet went out.
See, I
Yeah.
told
back.
you
We
need
knew
Terry.
we knew you
Terry
would
the
come
tech.
back.
Yes, you need
It went out
Terry
at the
to
right
that.
time.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I have a shout out. It is one of my good girlfriends. Her sister makes journals. They're beautiful.
Nice.
So the name of her business is Reset Journals by Robin Orman. And you could check her out on IG at RMF_journals. She is very creative. Oh my God, I love her stuff. Yeah, Cynthia, text it to me.
It's right there.
No, she said
I
text.
know that. I said text it to me.
That's why she said text. 'cause she
It's
thought-
right there.
Unplug her.
Screenshot it.
I can
Unplug
see
her.
that.
Screenshot. Screenshot.
You know that
So
nerve you always have right there. She's so nervous.
yes, she just lean on it. It just say stuff.
Lean on me.
Love
So
that gray hair.
so check out Robin. Um she's
Pop right up.
actually she's located in another state, but she's on Instagram. You can get her stuff.
Yes.
Yes, Joanne, right? Really, really nice.
Nice.
She's
Nice.
very creative.
I know I
Oh, yeah.
journal.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
check her out. She also has a Etsy store as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Right.
She
I
does
love
a lot
Etsy
of creative
stores.
things. So yeah. Go Robin.
I
Go
have a
Robin.
person to
Go
shout out.
Robin. All
I'm gonna
right.
shout out I know a lot of photographers. This is another photographer. He comes out
Okay.
to any occasion, weddings, birthdays. It's JRS Photography. He'll come out, set up, take your pictures, and guess what? He can print the pictures out right there. So if you have an event, if you want to
Oh.
print your pictures out and give them
All
out
right.
as gifts or souvenirs, he'll do it. It's called JRS Photography. James Spencer 777 at AOL.com.
All
Excellent
right.
photographer. And guess what? He's my brother-in-law.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Shout out that family.
love my
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. Yes,
Ooh.
my brother in love. Yes.
Yes.
I have a shout out also. One of my girlfriends who served with me in ministry. She's also a life coach and does insurance. And so her name is Michelle Smalls. Um, she's a representative for Tish. I think Tish, Cynthia, and myself all know about Prime America.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know
So
about Prada.
you don't. We're in a day and age where life is too short.
Yes,
And I know
ma'am.
me personally, if I see another GoFundMe where people don't have insurance, where we can
Mm.
actually get insurance and take care of
Exactly.
ourselves. I mean, if we
Yes.
spending money in stores on shoes and clothes and
Right.
fast food restaurants and sharing
Absolutely.
cards and jewelry, guess what? Your life needs you need
Huh?
life
Absolutely.
insurance on yourself as well as your children, especially
Yes.
because nowadays children are passing away more quicker than their parents.
About that.
Mm.
How about
So
that?
her name is Michelle Smalls, and I'm gonna forward her information for Prime America. And her number is 443-717-9246. And she can be reached at Michelle Smalls at primeamerica.com.
Okay.
I also would like to shout out a good friend, a sister friend of mine. Um, she's a nurse, but she is one of those multi-talented people. Like most people, she does t-shirts, she does mugs, she
Okay.
will engrave your door. She will make
That's
mugs,
right.
everything. She does wine glasses, mugs, t-shirts, tennis,
Okay.
you name it, she does it, and she is such a wonderful spirit. She loves us. She's one of our biggest supporters.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
She thanks
That's
God for all
nice.
of us. I just wanted to shout her out. She's classy. Wait a minute, did I say this correctly? I'm gonna say it wrong. She'll come after me for saying it wrong. Oh, that's y'all. Oh, sorry. Her name is Shannon Queen. You can find her on Facebook, and she is crafty, classy lady Shannon Queen on
Oh,
Facebook.
Okay.
And
Mm.
if you guys would just help her out, just want to shout out the sister and want everybody, to do well. And I'll send her
Absolutely.
information as well.
All right.
That's all I have.
Awesome. I'll be
All
calling
right.
her
Oh, I love
I
that
for sure,
card.
yeah.
right after I order my journal.
I know.
Girl.
I actually saw
Nice.
that.
I
I
love
actually
that.
saw that.
I love
Yes.
that business card, Zethray. That's a
Nice.
nice.
Thank
That's a
you.
nice business card.
So thank you, ladies, for shouting out these small businesses, Black businesses. Yes. So for our new listeners and our old listeners,
Return.
yes, return listeners, the voice of the community is where we shout out small businesses, Black owned businesses, because in this day and age with the pandemic, everyone is suffering and they need our support.
Yep.
So we just want to shout out businesses that we have experienced, had services with, or or just our relatives
Right.
we want to
I know
shout
that's right.
out, you
Right, we
know.
have to grow our own community.
Yes,
That's what
we
we're
Yes.
have to
encouraging and
have
growing
the
our own
money circling
community.
back into our
That's right.
community.
That's
That's
right.
And
right.
we want them people to get this money.
That's
So
right.
if you are an entrepreneur, or you know someone that's an entrepreneur, or you've experienced services from another small businesses, let us know. You can go and you can send an email to us at
Yes.
Mahogany Voices Podcast at gmail.com. You can go to our YouTube or IG or Facebook page and just let us know. And we can shout the business out in the next episode. Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds
So let us
good.
know.
Sounds good.
All right. So we're gonna
Yeah.
move on over to Cynthia, and Cynthia is going to let us know what the next topic is gonna be.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah.
Yes.
Oh,
Go
Sarah.
She was
Sarah.
standing here
Go,
beside me
Sarah.
for the
Oh,
longest time. And I
Sarah.
said, not yet, not yet.
Sarah Lee.
All right, here you go, my dear. You want to say hi to the ladies first?
Hey, Sarah.
Hey,
Hey,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Hey,
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 Sarah.
Sarah.
Hey, beautiful.
We have
Oh, keep
our
so.
Mahogany Lady Junior.
I'm gonna
Um,
make her a junior shirt.
right?
Pass the
Oh,
mic.
that's too many. Okay.
Junior
Let's
MPV.
see.
MVP.
Our topic for the okay. I don't know about this.
Boop, boop.
I don't know about this one.
Okay, well, pick something else.
Let me hear what it said.
Because I don't even know what that means. So she's
Oh,
gonna pick another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another.
Tracy, can you send me that through a text?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh yes.
Uh-oh. What
Oh.
is that?
Not all of us can. Well, let's see. Boys and their mothers.
Ah.
Oh. Ooh, yes.
I got
Oh,
some of
yes.
them.
What about it? What about it?
Yes.
What about it?
But
Baby
boys
boy.
whatever it's gonna be.
Yes.
I got a lot to
yes.
say.
Yes, so do I.
That's gonna be a part 2 and 3 and 4.
Woo.
What
Yeah.
did that song say
What song?
Right.
that we played earlier?
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay. Grow up.
What?
All right.
Okay, so yes, that's gonna be our next topic. Boys and their mothers, mothers and their sons.
Oh, have
And-
mercy.
And ladies and their godchildren that have, you know, that
Yes, you got in godsons, Joanne.
I know she
I
does.
did.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course she does.
She got a lot. She got a lot of
She
goddaughters.
got a lot of god.
I have 3 goddaughters and 1 godson. My godson is the only one left in school now. He's in college in New York.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So that's gonna be next week. So if you want to hear about that, or you are a mother and have sons,
Right.
tune in next week.
Brother and her,
Okay.
your mother.
Huh?
Just say
Brother
that
and a
I
mother.
have the best son in the world because he's
All
gonna be
right.
listening.
All right.
He's
All
the
right.
best. Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Good stuff.
He
So
be
do you
hooking you
ladies-
up, Tracy.
Huh?
I said her son be hooking her up.
He does. He's a spoiled ass, but yes, he does.
Let's say that for next week.
Say that.
Yes. So do you ladies have any last comments before we close out?
No.
Self care is the best care.
Hey, how about
Take
that?
care of you. We are entering into my birthday month.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Watch
yes,
out.
ladies.
yes, it's about to be
Just-
February.
Watch
It's
out.
about to be Black History Month.
Black
A
History
couple
Month.
of a couple of hours away.
Well, it's Black
Yes.
History Month every month, but you know how they
Yes.
celebrate February. You
Know what you want, ladies. Don't settle.
All right.
Mm.
Dating over 50. Know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna wrap this episode up. This is episode number 7. Yeah.
Hey,
We're
wow.
almost there. 7 is my favorite number of
Okay.
all.
Heaven in heaven.
Yes, yes. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support. And don't forget to tell someone, to tell someone, to tell someone. and your family too about Mahogany Voices podcast. Go ahead over to our social media and our YouTube page and like,
Click.
follow,
Right.
subscribe, and
Ding that bell.
share.
That's
And
right.
don't forget to hit
the
that
bell.
bell on YouTube so that you can be notified when we put up a new episode, which comes out every Wednesday. Okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate y'all for riding on this journey with me.
Welcome.
And
Thanks,
as
sis.
always, talk that talk. And don't forget, don't be a Joanne, when I looked at you doing that just threw me off. And
Let's
as
try that again.
always, talk that talk. And don't be afraid to use your voices for good, not evil. Continue to be the MVP in your life. Until next time, peace.
Bye-bye.
Yes, number 777. You know I was born on the
And-
7th month, 27th day, 67th
Yeah.
year. That's why
Yeah.
7 is my favorite number.
17, 7. Yes.
Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Lucky number
Bye.
7.
Yes. All right, ladies. I like that.